Development Program and the globe. #1 Housing Development Program.
Hello and welcome to Housing Development, your trusted source for everything housing, real estate, mortgage finance. I'm your housing diva, Flora, and as always, I have a lot to unpack on today's show. First, what I have lined up would focus on the lack of affordable housing in Abuja, a crisis that has left many residents struggling to own or even rent decent homes. We'll look at the realities on ground, hear from affected residents, and discuss possible solutions. Then we'll take a deep dive into Africa International Housing Show 2025. We'll explore the CEO's Forum, the caliber of industry leaders attending, and why this event is the biggest platform for developers, investors, and policymakers. We'll also tell you why you should be part of the exhibitors showcasing the latest innovations in housing and real estate. And in our Property Hunters segment, we'll spotlight two prime real estate opportunities. So if you're looking for investment opportunities, this is for you. So sit tight as we bring you the latest in the housing sector.
The federal government of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, has taken decisive steps to address the rising cost of housing construction. A high-level stakeholders meeting is scheduled to take place in Lagos, bringing together industry experts, manufacturers, and policymakers. The meeting will focus on tackling key challenges in the building materials manufacturing sector, which has been hindered by high production costs, limited access to incentives, and heavy reliance on imported materials. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Development believes that engaging with key stakeholders will help develop sustainable policies to lower construction expenses and make housing more affordable for Nigerians, particularly low and middle income earners. The convener of the Africa International Housing Show, AIHS, and a leading advocate for housing sector reforms, Festus Adebayo, will join the discussion to offer insights on how policy interventions and industry collaborations can promote cost-effective housing development. However, with the government's renewed focus on addressing the housing crisis, stakeholders are hopeful that the meeting will result in actionable solutions to reduce construction costs and speed up housing delivery nationwide. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, has emphasized the importance of public-private partnerships in addressing Nigeria's housing deficit. Speaking during a meeting with a high-level delegation from Centenary City PLC, led by its Vice Chairman, Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, Dangiwa highlighted the government's commitment to creating affordable housing while fostering private sector involvement. He noted that the Centenary City project aligns with the Renewed Hope City agenda, offering diverse living options, medical tourism, and sports facilities to attract global investment. Dangiwa acknowledged that the government alone cannot fund the entire housing deficit and stressed the need for private sector collaboration. He revealed that the ministry has received expressions of interest from several potential investors and plans to invite more stakeholders to join the Centenary City project. To facilitate this, he directed the Public-Private Partnership Department to engage with Centenary City PLC and introduce them to the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission for partnership opportunities. Senator Pius Ayim reaffirmed that the vision of the Centenary City project aligns with the government's housing agenda and called for increased collaboration with the ministry. He urged the government to help secure funding that would enable cooperative societies and individuals to acquire homes within the city.
Former Minister of Works and Housing, Barrister Babatunde Fashola, has urged the Nigerian government to prioritize affordable housing for youths. Fashola emphasized the need for rental housing options, citing affordability concerns. He made these remarks at the 2025 WEMA Real Estate Outlook. Fashola also highlighted the vast potential of real estate development to attract investment, generate employment opportunities, and stimulate various sectors of the economy.
Except to speak very quickly to a subject that is very close to my heart, and I'm done. Because it would be remiss of me not to say something about it. But perhaps importantly, to draw everybody's attention here, especially the estate surveyors, the realtors, and the landlords, to this subject in the way that it impacts inflation management and cost of living challenges. And I speak of no other problem than asking people to pay 2 or 3 years rent in advance from salaries that they get monthly in arrears. So every time they bring that money, now bring 3 years rent in advance, we just raise the price of our collective cost of living because the cost is passed on. And I am sure that we will see a remarkable inflationary freeze, if not a reversal, the day that rent payment converges with salary receipts. If I can pay monthly when I get my salary, we will see a movement in the economic index of this country.
Also speaking, the Executive Director of the Housing Development Advocacy Network, Festus Adebayo, echoed Fashola's sentiments. Adebayo highlighted the need to utilize completed, unoccupied housing units, citing alarming statistics, 80% abandonment, inadequate infrastructure, and ill-suited locations. He advocated for interagency collaboration and public-private partnerships to propel the housing industry forward.
For more housing, finance, and construction news, do well to visit www.africanhousingnews.com. Abuja, the nation's capital, is expanding at a fast pace, but the dream of owning a home remains out of reach for many. The high cost of land, expensive building materials, and limited access to mortgage financing have created a housing gap that continues to widen. Many residents say they are forced to move to the outskirts of the city in search of affordable accommodation. But even in those areas, prices are rising due to demand. Let's hear from some Abuja residents about the struggles they face.
As the country's economy continues to bite harder, the number of rural-urban migration has increased. Most Nigerians now leave their comfort zone to the nation's capital to escape from the threat of poverty. However, they are now faced with a more intense challenge: affordable housing. A cross-section of residents in Abuja who spoke to our correspondent say the nature of the environment they find themselves is really challenging, as access to basic amenities in that area is alarming.
Now, seriously, we are getting some problems, whereby in the security problem, secondly, water problem, thirdly, that is the most important one, light issue.
The building in this place, they are too choked up. There's no space, no air. The buildings are too tied together, so I'm not comfortable.
I urge the government to please, the government that we vote into office, to look into our situation. Water is the most important thing. Light, hospital.
In Abuja, no fewer than 60% of residents in the city live in informal houses, which has poor quality and inadequate infrastructures. These citizens here want government to look into the issue.
It is for the government, well, to have a change of mind, have a change of style, have a change of strategy, have change for policies, at least to make Nigeria conducive and make the place conducive for people to live in. So here is not where someone can live.
Well, it's not our wish that we are living here. It's because of you cannot afford to pay inside town. Because sometimes you see self-contained 500,000, 800,000, which you cannot pay. But if government can help us and build houses with less money, we can live there.
Edward Adolu is a key player in the housing sector. He said government needs to set straight certain measures to ensure that developers are able to contribute in improving the housing factor of the country.
There are a lot of factors that need to be put in, that needs to be considered. The estate developer is ready, but what about the environment in which he operates? Are we talking of the cost of capital, the infrastructure, and even the land, availability of land? Those are the three basic things that an estate developer needs before he can boast of providing affordable shelter.
Housing is one of the basic essential factors of living, and for any nation to join the league of a developed world, housing as a basic human need should be at the front burner.
Do you know of housing estates sitting empty, abandoned, or at 80% completion stage for a while across Nigeria? Have you noticed unoccupied homes in your area? The Housing Development Advocacy Network, HDAN, is compiling a nationwide report on the number of unoccupied houses, and we need your help. Share details with us via WhatsApp on 0916 500 0000 or email at hdan.org@gmail.com. HDAN is the Nigeria Pioneer NGO on housing development and non-profit research organization with 5,000 plus housing and construction professionals committed to tackling Nigeria's housing crisis. Your input can help shape better policies and solutions. Join us in making housing accessible and well utilized. Send your information today.
Some Abuja residents there, while developers and government agencies have proposed various solutions, the big questions remains: how do we bridge the gap between income levels and housing costs? In upcoming episodes, we'll bring in key stakeholders to dissect this issue further.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh,
huh? What is it again?
Oga, I dey drive this car, my mind no dey. My landlord is on my neck.
Your landlord again? I thought I have told you this before. Get a mortgage, register with NHF scheme, and get a home up front. What is so difficult about this?
Oga, I will do just that. See, I will shame that my landlord. Mortgage.
At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home.
Welcome back. Now let's talk about one of the biggest housing and construction events on the continent, the Africa International Housing Show 2025. Why is this event a must attend? Every year, the Africa International Housing Show brings together the best minds in the real estate and construction sector to discuss solutions, trends, and investment opportunities. This is where the future of Africa's housing industry is shaped. This year, the event promises to be bigger and better, with over 15,000 participants from more than 20 countries. Leading property developers, mortgage bankers, and government policy makers all will be attending. Hundreds of exhibitors showcasing innovative products and services, exclusive networking opportunities for industry professionals.
Are you an estate developer, building materials manufacturer, or home interior decor expert looking to connect with a high-quality audience and take your business to the next level? Join us at the Africa International Housing Show, AIHS 2025, taking place at the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, to the 31st, 2025. This premier event offers a platform to elevate your brand and connect with people with buy capacity that will bring you good sales during the course of the program. Networking opportunities with influential government and political leaders, CEOs of international financial organizations, and industry experts from Nigeria and across Africa. Access to manufacturers from over 21 countries showcasing cutting-edge products and services. insights into innovative solutions, and strategies to drive growth in the housing sector. Secure your spots today and register at www.africahousingshow.com or call 0916 500 0000. Don't miss this chance to elevate your business and connect with the who is who in the housing industry. Be there.
One of the most anticipated sessions of the African International Housing Show is the CEO's Forum. This is where key decision makers from real estate construction, finance, and government agencies converge to discuss industry trends and policies that will shape the future. This forum provides a unique opportunity for investors looking to understand market trends and expansion opportunities, government officials seeking innovative housing policies, real estate developers interested in funding opportunities and new technologies, mortgage financiers working to improve home ownership affordability. The forum will feature high-level discussions on affordable housing policies in Africa, the role of public-private partnerships in real estate development, innovative financing solutions for home ownership, the impact of technology on the future of real estate, and lots more. If you're a stakeholder in the housing sector, this is a place to be.
I think it's a fantastic initiative, and if you just look out in the audience right now, you have the who's who of the marketplace. You've got managing directors of banks and mortgage companies and developers. So I'm looking forward to having some detailed conversations with our existing partners, meeting a whole bunch of new people.
I think what makes this type of venue important is it gives all of the stakeholders a chance to come together and figure out ways to solve the affordable housing needs of people.
An excellent way of bringing thought leaders, investors, institutions that can help to address the problem holistically. You know, I think it's a very excellent initiative.
The housing that we need. This theme is apt and particularly timely. Finance is central in housing and real estate development. A friend of mine always put it succinctly by saying real estate is a financing game. I cannot agree more. We were taught in elementary economics that capital is a basic factor of production.
It is my belief that this forum will produce insightful solutions and actionable conclusions that will add to our individual and collective efforts to update the delivery of affordable housing to our citizens across Africa.
No matter the amount of money you sink into the sector, no matter how much policies you put to strengthen and make the land use act more productive and advantageous for the housing sector, no matter how much we meet here to talk, if we do not address these issues, we will not have the results that we're looking for. Particularly in the case of Nigeria, there's a huge potential in the housing sector, unlimited potentials. My pedigree of work has placed me in different sectors. I've been able to see what's going on in every sector, and I said, if we press the button, and trigger the potential of the housing sector, it is going to be the
largest sector. The event stands as a testament to our collective vision of constructing a more robust Africa, where everyone would have a roof over his head. The privilege of being here lies in the fortune of having a leader, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose unwavering commitment to our nation's advancement in the housing sector has positively impacted the lives of millions.
When we're talking about bankable projects, it's very important to also use the different terminologies you can use. So you can call it bankable project, but you can also call it sustainably financed project. This does not mean sustainably financed just from the money perspective or just for the environmental perspective. In fact, when we say sustainably financed project,
what relevance will local content be to the development of these projects? Because Africa is not properly harnessed, or Nigeria is not properly harnessed for local content. I mean, when it comes to use of materials, raw materials.
The Africa International Housing Show isn't just about discussions. It's also the perfect platform for companies and service providers in the housing sector to showcase their innovations. Why you should exhibit, let me tell you why. Direct access to thousands of industry players and potential clients, networking opportunities with real estate investors and decision makers, media exposure, brand recognition across Africa, an opportunity to showcase your latest housing products, services, and technologies. If you're a developer, mortgage bank, construction firm, interior designer, or supplier of building materials, this is your chance to reach a wide audience and expand your business. Book your stand now. This is an opportunity you don't want to miss. Write it down. The Africa International Housing Show will be coming up on the 26th to the 31st of July 2025 at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. Be a part of it.
Our company's name is Merit Link, and Nigeria is our first choice because Nigeria is somehow like the biggest economic entities in this whole continent. Actually, the organizing is perfect. I can see the security is good, everything is good, but we need more power tools companies coming here, because once you can see us competing with each other, you have a better choice.
The show is wonderful, it's fantastic. You know, I joined this show since 2008, the number 13. You know, because the ICOWORK, COVID-19, they one term, 2020, they terminate one. And now, and every year, and we, because the invitation, and we came here to join this AIHS. I think it's good for our company to show our company the culture, even show our people the ability, even our target, our dream.
And this is the best platform to show our product, show our thinking goals of organization. And it is also help our organization or company to collaborate with others company. So I think so this is the best platform.
Don't miss out on this opportunity to network, collaborate, and drive positive change in the housing sector across Africa. Save the date for AIHS, where opportunity meets innovation. Register and book a stand today at Africa International Housing Show, coming up this July.
Welcome back. You're watching Housing Development. Now let's turn to our Property Hunters segment, where we highlight some of the best real estate deals currently on the market. If you're looking for an investment in commercial sector, we have a factory building available for sale in Kubwa, Abuja. This factory complex is sitting on a 1,500 square meters land size, and it is strategically located in Kubwa with easy access to major roads. Features include spacious workspaces, storage areas, and office sections. It's best for manufacturing, warehousing, or industrial businesses. For pricing and more details, contact the property hunters via the numbers on your screen. That brings us to the end of today's edition of Housing Development. Remember, we covered the lack of affordable housing in Abuja and what can be done to address it. The Africa International Housing Show 2025, the CEO's Forum, and why exhibitors should take advantage of the opportunity. Our Property Hunters segment, where we showcase a factory in Kubo, Abuja, and land near the Dangote refinery in Lagos State. For more updates on housing, mortgage finance, and investment opportunities, follow us on all social media handles. If you have any real estate inquiries, send us a message and we'll be happy to assist. I'm Flora. Until next time, keep building, keep investing, and stay informed. Bye for now.
Housing